The Gideons began placing military testaments with our armed forces in 1941, during the early days of World War II. The first ones had a message from President Franklin Roosevelt. The testaments were provided to the chaplains, who then passed them along to our soldiers. This tradition has been continued unto this very day. The infant in the photo is Landon Carpenter. His father Andy is shown in the framed photo next to him. Andy made the ultimate sacrifice in March 2015 while serving with the Marines in Afghanistan. His Gideon testament is in front of his boots. Andy's widow, Chrissy, said she did not know how he got it. However, she did know that he would take it to training or when he had to be out into the field for a while. She found it with some of his belongings. It was in a Ziploc bag that protected it from the weather. One of the cool things she remembered about the testament was that Andy had placed their wedding announcement in it as a bookmarker. She knew that his relationship with God had grown because she could just tell.
I was raised in a nominally Catholic family. We went to church on Christmas and Easter, and I didn't take anything away from that brief flirtation with religion except for the fuzzy idea that there was a God and that I'd have to give an account of my life to him someday. Right out of high school, I went into the Navy. I was assigned to my first seagoing duty station, a ballistic missile submarine. Sailors aren't known for carrying Bibles around. Right then, as I was thinking about the deepest questions of life, one of my crewmates, right then, providentially, held up a little Gideon Testament and said, "Hey, somebody gave me one of these when we were in port. If anyone wants it, you can have it. It didn't cost me anything." That's exactly what I wanted. I took that little testament and I started reading it, and it gripped me. Here was the truth. Here was the meaning and the purpose and the significance and the direction that I was looking for in life. All I had was this Gideon Testament. And I'd come across passages like Romans chapter 10, verses 9 and 10. If you confess with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. So as I knew how, I prayed, God, this is the life that I want. I believe you've done this for me through your Son, Jesus Christ. I want this relationship with you. And you know, all those hundreds and hundreds of feet of seawater and that titanium hull of the submarine were nothing for God's grace. It just penetrated all of that and went right into my heart. So I went on to Bible college, and then from there on to seminary, and then from there on to university. And then at the university, I got a call to come and teach Bible at a theological seminary in Michigan, where I've been teaching for 16 years. So you can see what a tremendous impact the Gideons have had on my life, and not just my life, but also in the lives of all the thousands and thousands of people that I get to teach and preach and write and speak to about the good news of the saving grace of God through Jesus Christ. The impact of the Gideons just keeps going on and on and on.
If you are here this morning and are active duty, regular or reserve, National Guard, or ROTC, Gideons will be down front after the service to present you with a military testament.